Hey everybody, give me one sec here. I need to get one more camera set up and rolling. And here we go. All right. Thanks for waiting for me. Hey, I'm Sharon. Welcome to day 16 of my 10 minutes every night experiment. I am returning tonight to hopefully finish my Side-Eye Sally piece with you. I am definitely having one of those days where I'm pretty darn tired and I do not want to do art, but I'm going to because I committed to it. I know if I hadn't made this commitment, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, but so I'm just going to jump right into it. I think this will be a quick one. I am using letterpress stamp tonight. I used it last night too, and I used it to stamp the words Side-Eye Sally onto my my piece I'm working on here. Let me show you before I dive right in case you're new to this. I've been working on this piece, and let's see, here we go. So I've been working on this piece and a couple of others since the beginning of the month. She looks like this. I'm calling her Side-Eye Sally. If you read the description before I started, one of the things I was thinking about today is that I've had to pivot a few times doing this artwork. And I do think that if I had not been doing this experiment, I think I would have just let my projects kind of sit by the side a little bit and maybe sulked a little bit because things weren't going my way. Sad but true. Okay, so and that includes last night. So last night I was working on this piece. I have I used yellow paint right here to write the words Side-Eye Sally. It's really hard to see. I want it to stand out more. So now I'm going to be using black ink on top of that. And I'm pretty sure this ink pad is pretty juiced up, but just in case, I'm gonna just add a little extra to it. I still have my letters from last night. If you missed last night, I show you how to space out your letters and figure out how to, if you're looking for like somewhat center, how to do that. But that was last night's show. So tonight I'm going to be stamping right on top of this, and I don't have to worry about that. Let's see here. So I got my letters all ready to go, and I know that, so I got the word, and I want the letter to shift a little bit down and to the right of each of the yellow behind it. And so that is how I am setting this up. Okay. I'm going to totally cry because I'm missing the yay, is it in here? No, it's not in here. Gosh. And I checked earlier and it was in here. So I'm missing my letter I. So we will hope that the I turns up sometime. And I will just stamp it then. I'm not gonna worry about it. Wait, did I just I'm just wondering if it's, these letters, if you stamped with these letters before, you know that sometimes they can hide on you just a little bit. All right, so I once had an S stuck to the bottom of my shoe for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks before it decided to make a reappearance. Okay, so sorry about that. It's pretty funny because so many different things have happened in creating this, and it's just it's like laugh or laugh. I'm just not going to get worked up about it. All right, so now I've got my letters. They're offset a bit here. I'm going to use my thin mount. I'm setting it down here. Whoops, I'm going to try again. I don't know why it's not sticking. Oh my gosh. I must be really tired because I had the letters facing the wrong way. What is it, amateur hour here? All right. Let's keep going here. Mistakes are half the fun, right? Okay. That looks good. Let's do this again. All right. So now I've grabbed my letters and I've got my ink pad here. And here's my ink pad. And I'm just gently stamping up and down like this. Going to gently turn this around. I'm going to come back here. And I want to make sure it's pretty straight, and I got my offset here. There. Now that E right there, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to come back here just with the E in my hand. It's going to give it a little bit of a press right there. It's a little bit off, but that's okay, because when the whole thing is stamped out, people will be able to read it. Okay, so now I got EYE here. I'm going to get my baby wipes and wipe off the ink here. I'm going to need to use it again, but and I'm putting it face down so that I get the moisture off of the letter from the wipe, because that could affect the way the ink decides to glom onto the stamp. And I got this one right here. Okay, so now I have the word I, and I have Sally down here. So I'm going to try and get more bang out of my buck this time. Whoops. Okay, don't ever wipe ink on your jeans from your stamp. All right, there's my E. I have my Y right here. Got my S for Sally. That looks good like that. I need my A. Got my L. Yeah. When I go down and to the right, down and to the right. That looks good. This looks... I am eyeballing it. I could be a little bit more precise if I wanted to be, or neurotic, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, side eye, Sally. Okay, let's do this. All right, so now I'm using my... Just want to make sure I get this a little bit dirty there. So I'm coming in here and I'm grabbing carefully because I don't want to smudge that ink. I'm flipping this around and I'm coming in here and I'm going up and down, up and down, up and down. Now I see here I got a tiny bit of ink on the letter, and I'm just going to try and dab it off without moving this letter. And now I'm carefully flipping this around. And coming back here, and I'm going down and right. It's a little bit too far. Okay, and I'm pressing hard with one hand, and now I'm gonna I want to hold this in place with one hand, and I want to make sure that I'm pressing down on all the letters. And then there we go. All right, and so now I need E, L, Y. And let me grab my baby wipe here. If you guys have any questions, shoot them in the chat. I will answer them. If you're watching for the first time, please introduce yourself. And if you're an old timer, let me know you're here watching. Okay, so now I've got, and I am wiping these on my jeans. I could care less about these jeans. Okay, so here's my E, and I need an L and a Y. This last Y really barely took it all with the paint, but that's okay because we have a solution. Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to take off these two letters right here and set them down on the side. So I got these three letters. I'm using my thin mount to pick them up. I'm being careful not to press the wet ink underneath, and I missed the Y somehow, so now I need to come back in here. I'm going to start over just a little bit and put that E back down. The Y didn't pick up, so I didn't want to try and guesstimate it because it's already a little bit funky here. Okay, let's try that again. We're going to get the E, all three letters. Yes, we're flipping it over. We're doing our stamp. You can see I got a little bit too much ink here on the end right here. So I'm just wiping that off because I don't want smudged ink on the rest of this. All right. I'm turning it back over. And I'm going to line this up. All right. Start with my E. I moved a little bit. Hopefully it did not smudge. There. And there goes my E. Line off. All right. Side eye. Oh, yeah. And my missing eye, which is kind of funny if you think about her name, Side Eye Sally. Now we can call her Missing Eye Sally. Okay, well, that's it. I think this is the first show that I did where I actually stuck to 10 minutes because I am happy I got this done. I did my 10 minutes commitment. I'm cleaning up while I'm talking to you guys, but I'm definitely moving on to dinner and pajamas. So have a wonderful evening. If you're enjoying the series, let me know. If you're not enjoying it, send me some constructive feedback because I'm always curious what people think while I sit here and chitter chatter away. I will put a finished picture of the entire piece of art. Let me just give you guys a little bit of a peek again so you can kind of see the whole thing before I sign off. And maybe that letter I will show up. Let's see here. All right. But I do think this is really cool. That's the whole kit and caboodle right there. So Side Eye Sally. Those two letters. Oh, that's one word right there. Sally. These two are a little bit close right there, but because that last D is a little bit topsy-turvy, it makes it kind of distinct from the other letters down the line. So yeah, let's move this up a little bit. Okay. So we got a quick comment here. Who do we have? Dee. Hey, Dee. Yeah, I really love her. I'm sorry that the fairies disappeared on me and they weren't incorporated in, but it's okay. And yeah, I think it's just time for some the letter I, hopefully, if I find it, and some wax, and then we're calling her done. And I'll be moving on to my. Oh, let me show you guys this. Sorry, here I am taking all this time. And I finished this. This is a piece that's been part of my series that I've been working on right here. If you haven't seen me work on this, it's part of, if you're on Facebook, you can find it on my Facebook Lives or on my YouTube channel. But it's basically an old wooden frame that I found at a garage. Well, my daughter found at a garage sale for $5, and some decoupage from made by Marley, and this is called Skullduggery. And I painted the frame this hot pink color. It's called Kissing Booth, and the white, and I love it. And this is also going to be part of my gallery wall. It'll be finding a place next to Sally somewhere. So I'm basically finishing up 2 pieces of art in the winter time, in the first 2 months of January, which is something I rarely do. And I know the only reason it's happening is because of this commitment that I made to do art 10 minutes a day. So with all that, Dee, have a lovely evening. Whoever else is watching, have a great night. Think about doing 10 minutes of art a day for a month and see what happens. It's pretty eye-opening, and I'm enjoying it. All right, everybody.